Greetings, viewers. Today, we embark on a nuanced exploration through history, peeling back layers to understand the complexities of the Israel-Palestine conflict. This journey is an attempt to provide a balanced and comprehensive view of the historical tapestry that has woven the narratives of these two nations. Before we delve into the intricacies of the past, let's lay a foundation on the region. The Middle East, with its rich blend of cultures, religions, and histories, has borne witness to a series of events that have left an indelible mark on the present-day geopolitical landscape. Our odyssey begins in the ancient world, where various cultures thrived in the region we now know as the Middle East. From the Canaanites, who inhabited the coastal areas, to the Israelites settling in the hills and highlands, and the Philistines along the eastern Mediterranean coast, we explore the historical fabric that shaped the diverse tapestry of civilizations. The interactions and conflicts between these societies laid the groundwork for the cultural mosaic we observe today. As empires rose and fell, the Byzantine and Islamic periods played a crucial role in shaping the identity of the land. The Byzantine Empire, with its center in Constantinople, exerted influence over the region, while the advent of Islam brought a new cultural and religious framework. We delve into the artistic, architectural, and scholarly contributions of this era, showcasing the intersections of religion, culture, and politics that left a lasting impact on the diverse communities. The Ottoman Empire, spanning from the late medieval period well into the modern age, oversaw the coexistence of various religious and ethnic groups. From the bustling markets of Jerusalem to the academic centers of Cairo, the Ottoman era shaped the daily lives of the people. We examine the intricate administrative system, highlighting how the millet system allowed for a degree of religious autonomy for different communities. This period laid the foundation for cohabitation, but also set the stage for future tensions and territorial disputes. As the 19th century unfolded, a wave of nationalism swept through the Middle East, fueled by the aspirations of Arab communities for self-determination. Concurrently, the emergence of Zionism, championed by figures such as Theodor Herzl, sought a homeland for the Jewish people. Herzl's publication of The Jewish State in 1896 became a rallying cry for those pursuing this vision. The clash between these nationalistic aspirations set the stage for a collision of identities and interests, with both Arab and Jewish communities shaping their visions for the future. Post-World War I, geopolitical shifts marked the collapse of the Ottoman Empire. The Sykes-Picot Agreement, a secret pact between the British and French, aimed to divide the region into spheres of influence. Simultaneously, the Balfour Declaration of 1917 expressed British support for a national home for the Jewish people. These conflicting promises laid the groundwork for future diplomatic entanglements, and fueled the complex web of relationships between Arab and Jewish communities in the region. As the League of Nations entrusted Britain with the administration of Palestine, tensions mounted. The conflicting promises and policies of the British Mandate era deepened the divide. The influx of Jewish immigrants, seeking refuge, and the fulfillment of the Zionist vision, further strained the delicate balance. Arab communities, seeking self-determination, were met with challenges as political tensions escalated. This period became a crucible for the conflicts that would follow. In 1947, the international community proposed a partition plan, envisioning separate Jewish and Arab states. The debates within the United Nations General Assembly reflected the geopolitical complexities of the time. The reactions were diverse, with some embracing the plan as an opportunity for peace, while others vehemently opposed it. This pivotal moment set the stage for significant developments in the region. The year 1948 witnessed the declaration of the State of Israel, a watershed moment in the region's history. The Arab-Israeli war that followed had profound consequences, shaping the course of the conflict. We navigate through the struggles and triumphs, considering the experiences and narratives on all sides as a new nation emerged in a volatile landscape. Navigating through the tumultuous years following Israel's establishment, we encounter the Six-Day War, the Yom Kippur War, and the Oslo Accords. These events, marked by conflicts, territorial occupations, and diplomatic negotiations, shaped the region's trajectory. The impacts of these wars and peace processes continue to reverberate in the present day, influencing global perspectives on the Israel-Palestine conflict. Host, the Six-Day War, a defining moment in the conflict, unfolded in 1967. Faced with escalating tensions and military buildups, Israel launched preemptive strikes against Egypt, Syria, and Jordan. The swift and decisive victory resulted in the occupation of the West Bank, Gaza Strip, Sinai Peninsula, and the Golan Heights. The consequences of this war would significantly impact the geopolitics of the region for years to come. In 1973, tensions erupted again in the Yom Kippur War, named for the Jewish holy day on which it began. Arab nations, seeking to regain territories lost in 1967, launched a surprise attack on Israel. The conflict, marked by intense battles and diplomatic maneuvering, ultimately led to a ceasefire. The aftermath saw the eventual return of the Sinai Peninsula to Egypt, but deep-rooted animosities persisted. The Oslo Accords, signed in 1993, marked a historic attempt at peace. Facilitated by the United States, the agreement aimed to address key issues such as borders, the status of Jerusalem, and the rights of Palestinian refugees. The accords resulted in the establishment of the Palestinian Authority and a framework for future negotiations. The optimism following the Oslo Accords was shattered by the outbreak of the Second Intifada in 2000. Fueled by frustration over the lack of progress in peace talks and the ongoing Israeli occupation, the uprising led to a period of intense violence. Suicide bombings, Israeli military operations, and international mediation attempts defined this tumultuous period. In 2005, Israel unilaterally disengaged from the Gaza Strip, evacuating Israeli settlements and withdrawing its military presence. The move was a significant development in the question of land ownership, as Israel ceded control of a portion of the territory. However, it also led to heightened tensions, and the situation in Gaza remained complex. Efforts to revive the peace process saw the convening of the Annapolis Conference in 2007. International leaders gathered to discuss the creation of a Palestinian state and address the ongoing issues of borders, refugees, and the status of Jerusalem. While the conference aimed to restart negotiations, significant challenges persisted. The Gaza wars, particularly in 2008 to 2009, 2012, and 2014, added another layer of complexity to the Israel-Palestine conflict. These conflicts, marked by intense fighting between Israel and Hamas, underscore the challenges of territorial control, security concerns, and the humanitarian impact on civilians in the Gaza Strip. Throughout this period, the issue of Israeli settlements in the West Bank remained a contentious point. The expansion of settlements raised questions about land ownership, as these communities continued to be established in areas claimed by both Israelis and Palestinians. The settlements have been a major source of tension and a significant obstacle to peace negotiations. In 2002, the Arab Peace Initiative proposed a comprehensive solution to the Israel-Palestine conflict. Backed by the Arab League, the initiative offered normalized relations with Israel in exchange for a full withdrawal from the territories occupied in 1967 and the establishment of a Palestinian state. While the proposal gained international attention, reaching a consensus remained elusive. As we delve into the intricate layers of the Israel-Palestine conflict, it's essential to acknowledge the ongoing situation that has recently unfolded. The current escalation has its roots in a series of events that have reignited long-standing tensions. The current escalation can be traced back to a series of incidents that intensified existing grievances, leading to a cycle of violence and retaliation. The complexities of the conflict involve a range of issues, from territorial disputes and historical claims to the status of Jerusalem and the rights of Palestinian refugees. The situation is multifaceted, involving various actors and interests. The consequences of the current conflict are profound, impacting both Israelis and Palestinians. The escalation in violence has resulted in a significant number of casualties, including civilians, exacerbating the humanitarian crisis in the region. The international community has expressed deep concern over the situation, with calls for an immediate ceasefire and renewed diplomatic efforts to address the root causes of the conflict. Beyond the immediate casualties, the conflict has taken a toll on the civilian population. Humanitarian organizations report disruptions in access to essential services, including healthcare and education. The displacement of families and the destruction of infrastructure further compound the challenges faced by those living in the affected areas. The international response to the current conflict has been varied, with nations expressing differing perspectives and calls for action. Global leaders and organizations are grappling with the complexities of the conflict, debating the most effective ways to bring about a sustainable and just resolution. The situation remains fluid, and developments continue to unfold. Media coverage has played a significant role in shaping public perceptions of the conflict. The dissemination of information, images, and narratives has influenced public opinion and sparked debates worldwide. It's essential to critically engage with various sources to gain a more comprehensive understanding of the nuances surrounding the current conflict. Addressing the current conflict requires acknowledging the deeply entrenched issues and long-standing grievances on both sides. The challenges to finding a resolution are complex, encompassing issues of land ownership, self-determination, security concerns, and the recognition of each community's historical ties to the region. Achieving a sustainable peace requires a multifaceted approach that considers the aspirations and concerns of all parties involved. As we conclude this comprehensive exploration, it's essential to recognize the urgency of the current conflict and its far-reaching consequences. The path to peace is fraught with challenges, and the international community plays a pivotal role in fostering dialogue and finding common ground. Our intent has been to provide an informative and neutral overview, encouraging deeper understanding of the complexities involved. If you found this exploration enlightening, we urge you to continue seeking knowledge, engaging in conversations, and supporting efforts that promote peace and understanding. Until next time, thank you for joining us on this in-depth journey through the complex tapestry of the Israel-Palestine conflict.